Right now, we are getting a lot of feedback on our Denver 7 Facebook page about our 360 report on Proposition 112. Now, this is the measure that would force new drilling and fracking projects back further from homes and schools in Colorado. Now, there have been a lot of political ads on this, and Denver 7's Jennifer Kovaleski is taking your suggestions and giving us a 360 facts check on all those commercials.
Supporters say it's about health and safety. Opponents say it will cripple Colorado's economy. By now, you've likely already heard the huge numbers they use to back that claim in all of their political ads. Many of you reached out asking us to fact check those figures. So tonight, we're taking a deeper dive at the economics behind Prop 112.
Proposition 112 will devastate Colorado's economy.
Let's start with this ad from supporters of Proposition 112.
Colorado will lose $258 million in state and local tax revenue and as many as 43,000 jobs in the first year alone.
Those figures come from this study by the independent Common Sense Policy Roundtable. They use a well-known economic model called REMI to predict the future economic impact of Prop 112. That's a fact.
It's a good organization. However, I think those numbers are a little bit high the first year.
The 43,000 jobs they claim will be lost in the first year. DU economist Jack Strauss says that's a little misleading. Here's why. If Prop 112 were to pass, supporters stress 50,000 existing oil and gas sites can still operate under the measure. Only new fracking sites are impacted, meaning jobs would still be needed to run those sites. But Strauss says the number of jobs lost will grow significantly as time goes on.
The wells currently being drilled or that have been drilled, 2 years ago, 3 years ago, they're going to start running dry.
Colorado will lose $258 million in state and local tax revenue.
Now back to this claim in the ad about tax revenue. You may have also heard the state will lose $230 million in tax revenue in the first year. So why the conflicting figures? Well, the study says the direct loss in state and local taxes would range between $201 million and $258 million in the first year. Again, it's a prediction, and the ad uses the largest figure in the range. So while it's a fact, it's also misleading because it doesn't give you all of the context.
In the next 12 years, more than 147,000 jobs will be eliminated in all sectors.
Lastly, let's delve into these figures. Bottom line, Strauss says it's impossible to predict true economic impact more than a decade in the future. But there's also no denying the huge economic impact of oil and gas in our state. And as the ad suggests, when it says 147,000 jobs will be eliminated in all sectors, 77% of those jobs are outside the oil and gas industry. Think retail, hospitality, construction, all jobs the industry essentially creates because it's seen as a primary employer in the state. But again, the ad is somewhat misleading because it uses the largest figure in the study's range.
Do they probably overplay their hand? The answer is yes. However, it's pretty clear that even if you half those numbers, these are fairly large numbers.
Jennifer Kovaleski, Denver 7.
And we know there are a lot of opinions on this story, and we are listening to you, Colorado. If you know someone impacted by these changes, maybe you are being impacted, please send us an email. Let us know what you're thinking. 360 at thedenverchannel.com, or send us a message on Facebook or Twitter.